let let Jay get his food and repair, and we can talk with him and see what he wants to do. Because at the end of the day, it's like
Yeah,
I
creative and fun
understand
to be
why he's
around.
upset
Very
and
much
why
so.
he's that way. I am too. Waking up to not like to go get the shit and do some like to go cook some shit, and then we can't even do that. It's very what the fuck.
Yeah. I agree with you.
A good example is Robbie.
Regardless if it looks like he
I know this. I know GT has the capability to do that kind of thing as well. It's.
I agree.
I think a lot of BBMC or not BBMC, a lot of GT right now has.
I have a feeling it had to be something about us losing resources or losing supplies.
We have role players,
and he didn't know who was doing it. He is our treasurer slash like accountant.
Sorry, give me 1 sec.
Oh, you're good.
I gotta talk for a second. So. I was gonna say, GT has fantastic role players, but I think a lot of people in GT are kind of, and I don't say this in a bad way, they're followers. So like me, they're good with kind of matching energy, and Piper is very good about creating RP. Does she sometimes go over the top with things and is a little over aggro? Yes, but GT is very good about following up behind her and like leading up with like RP stuff. I don't think a lot of GT goes out themselves and creates roleplay. They're more of reactive role players, which I kind of consider myself that as well, in a way. And you have proactive role players and you have reactive role players. Some people can do both. Some people can do both. Some people are very good at doing both. I am very much, because of, unfortunately, social anxiety for me, sometimes I have a hard time going out and being, like, proactive and creating, like, RP. But, I mean, if someone talks to me or someone interacts with me or someone starts a scene with me, like, I love that. So. A lot of members of all gangs don't. That's true, they do follow. I just kind of meant more in, like an example. I mean, I could use CG or BB as an example. Like, CG, obviously, like, Peanut, Suarez, like, they go off and do their own thing. Like, they have that scamming thing they did for a while. Or Rami will go off and do his own thing. BB, like, Aldi will go off and do her own thing and like start roleplay. I'll say a lot of us within GT, we don't go out and necessarily do that. A lot of times we go out and it's without Piper or even like myself sometimes. We'll just do jobs, and we need to get better about that. But yeah, you're right in the sense that like members of all gangs do follow leaders, but they have their own, like, they have their own stories as well. You know what I mean? But I do think it's good to have proactive and reactive RPers. I definitely think the proactive RPers are the ones that kind of control the scene, or at least dictate how it starts, and then it's kind of up to the reactive RPers to kind of, like, follow the scene and kind of maybe take it in different directions as well.
I guess don't just jump straight to shit.
Sorry, I'm very one-track minded. I cannot have a conversation go on next to me and me like have a coherent thought.
You know how Jimmy audited me and clocked me for, you know, taking money out of the account for the crew? I think what Jimmy probably did was he noticed that supplies were moving that he didn't take account for, because I guess they were cooking a lot and he didn't know who was doing it, what was happening, nothing was communicated about it. So Jimmy probably put 2 and 2 together for the only people that are awake at this time and like didn't know where things were going. And he did what he did to me and just removed the ability to do it.
Yeah.
Is it right? No.
I mean, like I said, I understand being that cautious and that careful, especially with people that he doesn't know, like y'all. But at the same time, like, it would be a different situation if we were hanging around and he kind of had to take that access, but like not being a hang around, you kind of have to have a little bit of faith.
I think
Yeah.
here's where I'll go with it. Regardless of whether me like fucking going on some vendor and wandering off, right? Whatever he did to protect potentially what the fuck I was gonna do, which I wasn't gonna do anything. Pushing out 3 people that weren't even affiliated with everything going on.
Is fucked.
It's fucked.
Yeah, we legit had not
They
a damn
even-
clue what even happened.
The fucking backpacks with their dues were even fucking moved out of the storage. Like, what the fuck? Like, what are we doing here? They were bled into GT.
Yeah.
Just because
right.
I wandered off doesn't mean that they're just gonna fucking up and leave.
That just raises the alarm.
Yeah.
Like now that like if this were to ever happen, like if Caden were just to kind of go off and do his own shit for a little bit, not even like say like Bender or anything, just doing whatever, if that would raise the alarm if he did this shit again. That's the kind of. I know you still kind of have to talk to him and see like what his like thought process on everything is,
Right.
but like I've seen it before. Jay's seen it before. I'm pretty sure you've seen it before, Caden, where conclusions like that get jumped to egregiously.
I
Yeah.
100% agree with you. Here's the thing I will say about Jimmy, and Caden can vouch for this. Jimmy has never done anything that was not for the best interest of the group, even
Yeah.
in his hang around phase.
I
He's GT loyal till he dies.
Oh yeah,
can agree with that.
I've seen it too. Like
He is loyal to GT and not really anybody. I mean, he's even held
Yeah.
Piper accountable for shit. Like, he is there for the good of GT. He is there until
Till
it burns down.
Till we die.
So,
So I think that should tell you guys something, that if he's holding me accountable for things, that him doing what he did wasn't out of malicious intent directly to you, but to protect GT.
but
I mean,
Yeah, and I
if
get
he's
that,
doing
yeah.
shit to me, then
what
you
I
know,
will say is, while that's true, he also needs to
he
understand
needs
that
to learn.
for the good of the group and the morale, he needs to not do shit like that.
especially and like the biggest issue as well is it would be different if we could just be willy-nilly up and off the app and back and forth, but the fact that it costs resources to get added back to that app is not
It's
something to kind of fuck around with.
yeah, it's 30 GG was essentially
Yeah,
how much script?
that's like
It's a
was it
lot.
2.5
Shit,
per.
fucking ton of script.
Yeah, Jimmy's gonna have to make that back. That's gonna be his punishment for this. But I will
That's
say,
75 script.
he is newer to a leadership role. I don't think he's ever been in one, so his way of handling that may have worked in other places, but it doesn't work for GT here. And we will have to have that conversation with him as to what needs to happen going forward, because that decision shouldn't have been made without running
No.
it through me at the minimum.
I see it as, and I hate comparing literally anything to police related shit, but I see it as kind of like a chain of command, you know. They
I've
have
literally
theirs
called
that
my
they have to
driving
go
school
through.
GT Academy, so we can.
Yeah, like,
we all know
yeah,
that's how it works,
like-
unfortunately.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's as much as I hate the cops, it's a good basis to kind of reference off of.
Right.
But like it's the chain of command. You kind of gotta go up it, and if you go past it and
Mm-hmm.
think you have more power or like a better say, then there's something that needs to be said. Which I know it's gonna be said, obviously, but it's just
Right.
shit. Even when I ran my own shit, I didn't even jump to that kind of shit. Like I never like jumping to conclusions towards anybody.
Yeah, I understand, because I know I've heard things of like people clearing shit out over fucking night when, I mean, look at what the fucking hooligan situation, what they said about shit just being cleared out.
That might have also been what Jimmy thought was going to happen, because we just witnessed it. I mean,
I
Jimmy
mean-
doesn't know Caden as deeply as I do, or you guys as much as I feel like I do. But I think that might have been what ran through his head with what we just watched and were a part of.
Yeah,
Well,
like
I don't know how to say it. If I had really actually, if any had been planned on happening, I mean, you gotta fucking. He could only do so much to keep me out of shit, considering I'm second in command. That
Yeah,
whole
you have
the bank
more-
account was there with 100 grand in it. Fucking.
If you
I
wanted
had-
to do something like that, you could have done it.
He could have locked me out of the
Nobody
Sandy
did.
Motel house, but I still had keys to this fucking place. Which, God, that fucking hundreds
That's-
of thousands of more
yeah.
dollars than whatever the fuck's up there.
Yeah.
So.
Hi, Jay.
Yeah. AJ.
Hello.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the
Mm.
day, I just think, like you said, you literally, like, I understand seeing it happen to another group and being afraid of it. Thank you. Afraid of it being happening to GT, and I understand having that mindset. It's not a horrible one to have, but like, you gotta have a little bit of faith in people that haven't shown any form of malicious intent towards
Yeah.
the group.
Yeah.
Well, I think
and that
the
have done nothing but help.
the part that kind of makes us at least not really unforgivable, but kind of makes it to where like there should be some sort of punishment is, did you not specify you specified to not do anything?
I did. I made it very
That's
clear
where the
that
issue
Caden's
lies.
missing, but don't do anything. We don't know what's happening.
Yeah, I
That's where the
mean,
problem
so-
lies.
being red alert that your second in command's kind of gone off the walls and not around is kind of understandable, but like that doesn't mean raise every alarm and press all the red buttons, you know?
Right.
You
I
never press all the red
100%
buttons,
fucking
it's
agree.
terrifying.
Yeah, if I
100%
fucking
agree.
something were to happen where I fucking deposit, if I withdraw the money out of the account and I fucking take everything and what, you have every fucking permission right now to hunt me down until you fucking find me and sit outside my front door and shoot me every time I come out, because that's,
Yeah, that's
never
the
going to
kinda-
fucking happen.
That's the kind of like trail that I would be very sus about. If there's like you see the gang account is empty and you check his locker and there's literally fucking nothing in that locker, then that's when you kind of can raise those alarms. But like, nothing was missing to my knowledge. Like, no funds were taken out.
We're
nothing.
missing some stuff.
Like
Nothing
what?
like
I'm
My
not gonna
locker
oust
was
you.
cleared out, but that was it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna oust you for the other thing.
Oh, what, the Coke? I mean, who's surprised
Yeah.
about that?
Not
at
me.
all.
I took, it was 3 bags. Six bags. It was 6 bags.
Oh,
That's it. That's all I took that wasn't mine.
yeah. Well,
It could have been worse. Let's just say that. It
Facts.
could have been leagues worse.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
I took 6 bags of Coke over 100K that I could have bought how many fucking bricks with?
yeah.
That's a fair call. Yeah.
Yeah.
mm,
Like I mean, like I've been doing.
Would have
this
brought
shit
100
a
grand
while.
straight.
I've
The
seen
runners
the
have been
different-
like, Coke now.
Yeah. Like, I've been doing this shit a while. I've seen the ins and outs of like
Coke now.
inner gang bullshit. And
Right now.
Stop
8
yourself.
bricks of Coke, please.
Stop it.
Please, Kaden,
Just for me.
don't say their name. They might
Jesus
appear.
Christ. I mean, but regardless, I explained what happened, but we'll get everything sorted and figured out. Jimmy's new to being in high command situations, and obviously doesn't know how to handle it to the